Friends, I am Mr. R.K. Tyagi, retired from Central Bank of India, Ghaziabad, pensioner activist. I was preparing videos in Hindi on retirees issues, but some of my friends asked me to prepare in English as they feel problem in Hindi. That's why I am preparing this video for them to not to feel problem. I want to put some points to you in this regard. Friends, last days Supreme Court has directed the all high courts that all cases of pension and special allowance, pension revision and special allowance cases should be transferred to Delhi High Court, and they will be heard in Delhi High Court collectively and clubbed to our case, which is already in Delhi High Court. We have filed it in 2018 and the case is in progress. Now all cases will be heard on collective basis, but on the same time some of our friends, activist friends, do not want that these cases should be clubbed in Delhi High Court. They want that these cases should be heard in Supreme Court, and what the decision will be binding on both and once for all, and they don't want again and again High Court and Supreme Court, but on the same side some other activities, me too, want that we should fight in Delhi High Court, and then there will be some cushion to appeal in Supreme Court, and the government is also being pressurized by these cases and being asked in the High Court again. They are taking dates under pressure, and what will be the fate of our pension revision in the settlement, we maybe decide, maybe the pressure of these cases. Friends, notice have been issued to all these 14 writs respondents for clubbing their cases in Delhi High Court. One notice also issued to me, as I am respondent in Delhi High Court in special allowance and pension updation case. It is up to the Honorable Supreme Court what the decision it take to be heard all cases in Delhi High Court or be finally transferred to Supreme Court, as there some activist applications are there pending in, and we also going to Supreme Court on this issue. Retirees friends, pensioner friends, we are fighting the legal fight in the courts with strong and zeal and with full passion and enthusiasm. Our legal team is very much competent to fight all cases we file in the Delhi High Court, as our other friends also have their advocates and legal team who is fighting on different cases now to be collectively fought in Delhi. On front morcha, our friend Mr. Kamalkant Kalia, IOB bank retired senior manager, and Mr. Rajendra Kumar from Jalandhar, IOB retired banker, now practicing advocate and our lawyer in Delhi High Court and Supreme Court. He is also of Supreme Court lawyer. Supreme Court are fighting our cases. We also request all the respondents of 14 case that they must with their active members, legal team and advocates should fight their fight in Delhi High Court or Supreme Court, what will be finally decided now at Delhi High Court should fight and we should win. Naturally, the fight will be stronger and powerful when all collective activists will fight, and because the government, because the DFS, IBA and government is pending these cases with all hook and crook, and our UFBU is supporting them on the front of settlement. We hope that we should win these cases and request all retirees to pray the Lord Sri Krishna Ji for ultimate success and win in all cases, because nothing being done without the desire of Sarv Shaktiman Lord Sri Krishna Ji, Lord Sri Rama Ji. Our second point is REIT, gratuity recalculation, 26 days in a month, DA inclusion for pension and gratuity, etc. Special allowance to be included for pension and gratuity. Friends, this REIT also been directed by Honorable Supreme Court to be clubbed and transferred to our REIT in Delhi High Court, and all those conditions enumerated in previous point are with this. Now we think Honorable Supreme Court is active in our old pending cases, as these cases are pending 2 years in Corona, no hearing was there. Hence it seems and may be considered a positive sign for all retiree activists and retiree general members. We felt such, and we feel positive vibes and positive atmosphere on this front. And we request all the pensioner activists to fight with great enthusiasm and zeal with their advocates in the alert mode. IBA DFS government is lingering on our wits all the time, taking date per date and date. Even Attorney General level advocates are being engaged in such service matter cases just to create pendency and lingering and delaying tactics, and so that government and IBA and DFS wants that justice should not be imparted to retiree employees and bank pensioners. Friends, UFBU also not cooperating retirees on their issues, but taking the side of IBA. UFBU takes such plea that our pension revision and pension on special allowance cases are not being sold and settled in the settlement and in wage revisions. Their attitude, UFBU attitude, is very much undesirable attitude, and same is with their leaders. All leaders have the undesirable attitude in this front, in this issue. On special allowance case, Honorable Kerala High Court has given its verdict in employees' favor, but bank appealed in the double bench of Kerala High Court. We too heard that Honorable Madras High Court has also decided 26 days gratuity recalculation case in favor of bank retirees, but that is also partly and will be helpful in our cases in Delhi High Court, and if it be heard in Supreme Court, that is another issue, but favorable to us. My dear friends, retiree friends, pensioners, I want to tell you that our retiree leaders all are not too much active, and our AIBRF leaders were saying that the 2012 up to 2012 all issues must be cleared, but Mr. KVS Acharya, retiree leader, CVPRO, Apex body leader, in many meetings put forth our cases very strongly and cleverly with big and huge knowledge to ministers, IBA chairman, finance minister, UFB leaders and other so many authorities. I have seen him in some meetings. I was part of those meetings, but at the same time UFB leadership opposes these, saying they have to solve the NPS matter first, 5-day banking first, and other serving employees cases first, and then they will think for this pension revision, special allowance, pension on special allowance, or some gratuity recalculation, etc. Leaders, one thing I want to tell you, my friends, in a meeting I was there, and Madam Meenakshi Lekhi was also invited in that meeting. I wanted to give the memorandum on gratuity issue to Meenakshi Lekhi. She is a best advocate in Delhi. Those days she was not minister, but our retiree organization's president secretary opposed me and forced me to go back from the stage, not to give the memorandum on the gratuity. They said they are giving memorandum on pension reason. Why you are doing so? It is indiscipline. Then I come down and requested Comrade KVS Acharya for this. He taken my memorandum from me and given Madam Meenakshi Lekhi this memorandum and elaborate and told him all the legalities and technicalities on gratuity issue, and that also later he told me in one-to-one meeting with KVS Acharya, and Meenakshi Lekhi also acknowledged, though nothing happened that on that issue, but he did it. Now, attitude of AIBA, UFB jointly jeopardize our interest, retirees' interest, and collective operation of these AIBA and UFB is to latkana bhatkana, that is lingering on and lingering on again and again, now and then. It should have been sorted in the 2012 settlement, that is wage revision in November 2012, but they put it in the joint note. That should have again been settled prior to the settlement of 2017 or before its talks started, but Then it was added in residual issues of next settlement. Now it should be have been settled prior to the next settlement talks and submission of the demand charter of 2022 settlement. But you don't want to settle our issues. It linger on now to they settled family pension earlier. Now they settled pre-2002 retirees issue 100% denutilization and 5 days banking, but not our pension revision and pension on special allowance and recalculation issue. But my dear friends, it is also clear that only the body we have is UFBU and IBA who will sign the settlement. Then it will apply to banking industry on retiree issue also, whether it is pension revision or special allowance pension issue or any other insurance etc., medical insurance etc. We have no such organization. Or Honorable High Court or Supreme Court may pass a verdict in favor of employees, bank employees, retirees. Then it will be executed and binding on all, and no signature of these fellows needed to in the settlement, because it is verdict and it will be with interest and with arrear, and if in the settlement it will be without interest and without arrear. So we move to Delhi High Court and other activist friends in their high courts whose this jurisdiction was, whose this jurisdiction they were. Friends, I talked the convener of UBB for the last wage revision to know the latest position and retirees November 2012 issues. He responded me that Mr. Convener responded me that he is not answerable to you. He is answerable to State Bank employees and you are from Central Bank. Ask your Central Bank officer leader union because you are officer. I said, sir, you are convener and convener is for whole organization and answerable to everyone. You should tell me what's the hitch in this. He refused to tell anything. I then said him that, sir, for what you are convener, leave the post of convener. He disconnected my phone and not responded again. I used to WhatsApp, mail, SMS him. Earlier too I sent many mails etc. and all social media tools, but he was not replying. So I called him and he replied in this way. I was also in his group. He was also in that group. He never replied to anybody and to me raised queries on wage revision or other issues. Then I contacted him over phone and he replied as above. I then also felt that the group which was of no use and I left it. Then I called our bank's leader, the all in all of VUFBU. I asked about wage revision and wage revision post 12 retirees and other issues, special pension on special to be included for revision and wage revision for post October 12 retirees. He replied that it is in talks. I asked him what will be final outcome as you think, because it is the last stage. He replied that he cannot tell anymore what he already told matter under talks. I further asked my query. He then said that no one can talk more. Everyone is afraid. Don't ask more. But when insisted, he then said that he said me If he spoke more, ED or ITO may come to his doorstep and even leader's doorstep. I commented, sir, what you have did such thing that ED and ITO may harass you? Then he disconnected the phone. Henceforth, I was saying that they are not serious and retiree issues are not in their agenda to be solved, and they are not committed our issues. These issues are unwarranted for them. UFBI will least interested to solve our issues, so we had moved to the courts. Other issues I will give you in next video. Now I naman all our activists northeast to Gujarat and Kerala, Kanyakumari to Kashmir, Bombay, Delhi. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Viral the video as much as possible so that the matter may move to government in the ears of the government. Thank you, sir. R.K. Tyagi, Gazabad.